preschool class, it's Miss Karen coming back again to touch base with you on your nature walk and to introduce you guys to the packets and give you a little information on how we're going to do those. So I hope everybody got to go on a walk outside and find some things that remind them of spring. And so I'll show you what I found on my walk this morning. I found a tree that had these beautiful purple flowers on it, and it was in my neighbor's yard, and she was walking with me, and she gave me permission to take a piece to show you guys. She's like, "Oh, you got to take it and show it to them." So so there it is. So that's a good indicator that it's spring when you start seeing all of these pretty flowers on trees and different flowers around the yard. So that's what I found. So I hope you guys got a chance to find something. If you haven't yet, you can still do that, and just send me a picture or a video on Dojo and let me see what you guys found. So I'm excited to see that. And so I'm going to go real quick over the packet and kind of how we're going to do that this week to start out with. Hopefully everybody either already has their packets or are going to pick those up today. You have till 1 o'clock to get those picked up. And so let me just show you on my computer screen here. I'm going to flip over and kind of walk you guys through this real quick. Okay, so I have it pulled up. First, remember I sent you guys a calendar that looked like this, and I was just trying to give you guys a breakdown that you could look at of how we're kind of going to do our activities. So I left yesterday and today open for just packet pickup, and then we did our story, our How Do You Know It's Spring book, and then today we were going to talk about what we found on our nature walk, and then the introduction of the packets. And so tomorrow is really going to be our official day to start working on the activities. If for some reason you guys have already started on those, that is perfectly fine. You can just enjoy, a couple of days without having to do activities, and then we can all catch back up on Monday. Actually, it'd be Tuesday because Monday's a teacher work day. So, of course, Friday is Good Friday, so it would have been a school day off, so nobody needs to worry about doing anything Friday, so just enjoy time with your family. And so this is what we're going to be doing this week. So, let me go back to the packet. So, we were trying to do it when we were setting this up for it to be starting last week, but since I'm a little behind, last week I was spending all week trying to figure out exactly how we were going to do this. Plus, you guys didn't have the packets yet, so we had to wait till we got those distributed. So that's why the dates are not going to match up. So I apologize for that. But don't let that confuse you. Just refer back to the calendar here for information on what we'll be doing each day. And so I did like number 30, writing prompt, number 30, social, emotional, and physical activities. So if you look back at that, so number 30 on your social emotional activities right here, your number 30, it says take a nature walk and talk about the blooming flowers. And so we kind of already did a nature walk, but you can just count that for that if you want to, so you don't really necessarily have to do it again if you've already done it. But anyways, that would be what we would do tomorrow. But like I said, if you've already done it, that's fine. So then you would scroll down to the next page. You have your physical activities. So once again, you would just do number 30. It says alternate hopping on 1 foot. So that is the activity you would have your child do tomorrow for their physical activity. As far as the literacy activities, you're going to have some journal prompts for each day. So, I don't know if I did that right on the calendar. Let me look. Okay, I put number 30 writing prompt and number 31 writing prompt. So, I'm going to have to fix that. Sorry for that. I'll fix that and resend it because it's actually going to be, there's no 30. It's going to be number 1 drawing prompt tomorrow and number 2 drawing prompt on Thursday. So, I will update that on the calendar and resend that out. I apologize for that. So, that you do that, and it gives you the directions up here for journal prompts. Tell two things about each picture and have an adult help you write about your picture. And do not forget to write your name. Our preschool kids know that we get them to practice writing their name as much as possible. So that's a good way for them to practice that. As far as the rest of the literacy activities go, we'll be working on those per video. So just be looking for my videos each day. So starting tomorrow, we'll do this Down by the Bay rhyme, and we'll talk about rhyming words. And so you don't have to worry about trying to do all of this at one time. We'll be pacing through it. This week we're going to work on rhyming. Next week we'll start working on the next section, which is alliteration and same sound sorting. Okay, and so forth and so on. So just don't worry about doing more than just what we're doing per the videos. Okay, same thing with this. And then your next section is going to be math. We'll get down to that. Okay, and same thing with math. We'll work on one section a week. So this week we're going to work on patterns. And so like tomorrow we'll do number 1, creating and extending a pattern. And so I will send out a video for that. So each day you should get a video with the activities for literacy and math. And so depending on how much time it takes, I may do one video for the whole thing, or I may split it up into 2 videos. We'll just have to see, because I don't want anybody spending more than 10 or 15 minutes on an activity. So then you have some extra things in here that you can work with your kids on. Some little games we put in there for shapes I Spy. This one is really, really good because our kids were still learning shapes, and we hadn't quite got down all the shapes yet. So if that's something you guys really can work on at home, that would be great. And then you have another game with letters that has like a start to finish, has a few different letters on it. If you're not sure how to do some of these games, just feel free to message me and ask me. You can kind of play around with them and do different things with them if you want to just tell them, you know, place a game piece on the letter D, or I don't know, however you want to do it, because there's not really exact directions on here. We just want them really focusing on letter recognition. And you can even have them, when they land on a letter, you could say, you know, what sound does that letter make? So just play around with it. Don't overcomplicate it or anything like that. We want it to be simple and easy. And same with the math game. You might want to have them roll a die. You can even make a homemade die if you don't have one from a game at home. You know, just make one out of a little box or something that you can use to just put. What we normally do in the classroom is we use just the ones with the dots. So it would have like a 1 dot for the number 1, and then, you know, up to 6 dots, and they would roll it. And of course there are some bigger numbers. It goes all the way